So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Looking for the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Getting up there! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
And it's DiMarco. Now it's Martinez. DiMarco. Looking for the far post. Oh, good effort! Same attempt, same outcome. It threatens little.
Inter really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
De Jong. Rodri. Oh, strongly challenged there. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now he's running away. Oh, great chance. And he's heaved it away. Stam is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. And it's De Jong. Now, can they get him away? And he welcomes it in. Well timed, excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar. De Jong. And here's Forlan. Dani Olmo finding himself in space. Oh, chance for a shot! He's scored! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Liverpool have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Inter definitely like they're pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And it's Barella. Çalhanoğlu. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Forlan. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
And the shot! And that's a tiny finish. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
DiMarco. DiMarco getting forward. To Barella. And it's DiMarco. Thuram. Oh, he's been caught napping. Great ball, and he's in chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar. And here's Forlan. And that brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Liverpool are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Zanetti. Calhanoglu. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Bastoni. And it's DiMarco. Showing good feet. It's gone out for a throw-in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zielinski. Zielinski making good progress. Barella. And it's Calhanoglu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Robertson. Rodri. And this is Owen. Owen gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. De Jong. And they can counter here. And it's De Jong. Space for him to turn and look. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Dani Olmo. Robertson. Here's Rodri. De Jong. Neymar looking to add to his goal. Owen. DiMarco. And it's Zielinski. Over to the right flank. And shifted it to the flank. Forlan. And it's De Jong. Zielinski. Nice bit of trickery. Zielinski.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's DiMarco. It's a goal kick. Into the last quarter of an hour. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Inter really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Dani Olmo. Oh, shooting chance! Neymar. It's a pretty loose pass. Zielinski.
Pretty robust defending.
Now it's Dumfries. Dumfries tries a cross. And now the breakaway. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Neymar. 5 minutes left on the clock. Liverpool clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Dani Olmo. Here's Rodri. Very much into the last knockings. And it's Neymar. Rodri. And it's De Jong. Played for Chiellini. Dani Olmo. That's destined for the flank.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's being urged to shoot. Real chance! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Well, that was close. Both sides play. So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box...
Fallen! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
And this is Del Piero. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Brilliant save from Buffon! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Santos with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He's had a shot! Mighty close. And here's Forlan. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And this is the shoots! Goal! Santos! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rodri. Dani Olmo. And here's Forlan.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should...
And the shot! And it's come back out to him. And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And he's only... It's Pele! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And it's Neymar. He's found space here. Oh, that's fabulous.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That's an excellent interception. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he plays one through. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, what has happened here? Goes for the shot!
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Forlan. De Jong. Wriggles his way through, threads one in. And this is Owen. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Santos definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Oh, shooting chance! And he thumps it clear. And here's Schneider. Big chance! Chance again? No.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Oh, terrible pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Quality ball. Knocks it into space. And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Santos have their second corner now. And this is... He's having a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that. Nicely weighted ball. That is a great pick out. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. Fallen! And that's asking too much of anyone and everyone. Chiellini. Neymar just eases him off the ball. Oh, they could break here. And this is Pele. Can he finish? It's there! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Santos have their lead. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Chiellini. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Passes short and sharp. And that's a dangerous ball. And that brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Liverpool really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Schneider. Pele. And here's Del Piero. Zola purring through the gears. Zola unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. De Jong. And it's Neymar. Opts for safety. And Robertson. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pele. Now it's Lampard. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Pele with the cross. Bullish header! And he's there to get it away. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And that intercept shapes to shoot! And it's Thuram. Now it's Schneider. Here's a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Deftly away. Oh, sweet feet. 60 minutes played. Now it's Dani Olmo. And he's picked out the run. He's in one-on-one. And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Varane clears. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay... Can he finish? It's a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So again, we have parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Rafael Varane has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
Owen! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Impressive jump! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Danny Olmo. And this is Forlan. Owen. And he's been shifted off it. Silvestre, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Robertson. Now the delivery. And it's been given away. And he shoots! Goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Liverpool with the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Forlan. That's going to go a long way. Schneider. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Pele. Pele with the cross. Tries to get it clear. Nakata. De Jong. And here's Stojkovic. And this is decent chance! Oh, good finish. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have...
There's the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to...
And Del Piero! And he has kept it out somehow.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Goes for goal! And that's in. We thought they were done, but never say never. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
And that is as much time as there will be. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Well, there is David Villa, a player whose thirst for goals is unquenchable. One of Spain's finest ever strikers, Jim.
Yes, I think his record speaks for itself, Peter. He's far from just a poacher. I like the way he's constantly on the move, creating space for others, and he's got the creativity to play in deeper roles if needed.
Knocks it out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Robertson, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Stan with a fine tackle. Rodri. Robertson. And it's Rodri. Now it's Owen. Now it's Owen. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Rijkaard. And Dani Olmo. And it's Kukçu. Serginho. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, that's a key interception. Stam. And it's Neymar. And Zanetti. Rodri. And it's Chiellini. Dani Olmo. And it's Neymar. Now it's McAllister.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And here's Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Dani Olmo shifted it to the flank. Rijkaard. And here's Dani Olmo. Now it's Villa. It's a pretty loose pass. Dani Olmo running with intent. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he stands tall, impenetrable. Looking for options for movement. And it's Neymar. Shoots! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Dani Olmo. Aimed beyond the defence. Shot, decent chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Owen. And can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Serginho. Dani Olmo. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's Kukçu. And it's made its way to him. Dani Olmo. Here's Forlan. That's an imaginative pass. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. And here's Dani Olmo. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Neymar. He's found a way through. And he welcomes it in.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Neymar. Now it's Forlan. So a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Liverpool come in leading by just the odd goal.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Liverpool looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And we are back on the way.
Liverpool can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Zanetti. Chooses to go cross-field. Robertson. Knocks it into space. So much time and space here. McAllister. The ball goes in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Can he spark a counter here? No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And it's Forlan. Oh, that is a nice touch. Rodri. Liverpool are still that goal to the good. Neymar. Neymar. And he's managed to get... Chance! And it's come back out to him. And that's in. Two to the good. And they are purring. Absolutely purring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
And the shot! And that's a good finish. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Sporting cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Kukçu! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kukçu really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he was alert to it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Tries to play it through. Liverpool suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness or this could get away from them.
Rijkaard. And it's Kukçu. Serginho. Ball played for Kukçu. Turns back here, probably the best option. Bastoni. And it's Van Dijk. Neymar looking to add to his goal. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Stam. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. This is De Jong. And this is Owen. Now they've shot a goal! And it's in! And surely now the results are beyond doubt. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And now the breakaway. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Olmo. Oh, that's fabulous. Forlan, played out wide. Neymar. Now, what about a counter-attack? Neymar. Neymar powering forward here. Serginho. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Neymar. McAllister. Now it's Owen. And this is Forlan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Couldn't squeeze it through. The ball has bounced loose now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Owen. And here's Forlan. Now it's Danny Olmo. He's shifting through the gears here. McAllister. And that is that. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good.
And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Deftly away. Pass somewhat off target. Couler, delivered low. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Shot could be on. Mbappe! And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
And here's Vinicius Junior, played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Dani Olmo. Neymar. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Vinicius Junior. Oh, no joy this time. Neymar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Owen. And he's worked it through. He's found the way through. And the finish! And he should have made them pay.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
So we're still where we started right now. Camavinga. And it's Arda Güler. That's going wide left. Vinicius Junior. And he's there to belt it away. Madrid have it back and can go again. That has not gone well. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Real chance! And he's heaved it away. Not the most accurate pass. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. He's got away, and here's Forlan, getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, he's found support out wide. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Mbappe.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Rodri. McManaman. Well read, nice interception.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Vinicius Junior. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good take and a good chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition.
This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Tchouaméni has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Arda Güler. Now it's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. And it's Chiellini. Robertson. Looking for the run. That looks a crack chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He'll try to keep this... Oh, what has happened here? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's
There will
Owen.
be 1 minute added time.
And this is Forlan. And he's found the way past. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That is lovely. And it's a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Liverpool really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
McManaman, Mbappe, he's being urged to shoot. Real chance here. Corner number 2 then. Trying it! We've got to be quick to recover this. And it's Makalele. Tchouaméni. Owen. Oh, that's clever. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
His goal! It's gone for a throw-in. Forlan being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And this is Forlan. And a chance! It's bounced back off the post. Missed by a fraction. Now it's Mbappe. Dani Olmo.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now that looks a decent ball. McManaman. Mbappe. Driving forward. Oh, he's bustling. Chance, surely! And that's a tidy finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries to pass it through. He's on it, can he get away? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he get it through? Now it's De Jong. Oh, he's all alone. Shot a goal! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Zanetti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! Do not write them off! Back they come! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Coming on the field, number 11.
Oh, the clearance is short.
Number 18.
Madrid really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Neymar. Vinicius Junior is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Neymar. He's in plenty of space here. They'll have one final crack at it. And here's De Jong. De Jong was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Into the last 5 minutes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it.
After 89 minutes.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Silvestre. It's McManaman. Mbappe! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Forlan. Nakata.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And there's green grass ahead of him. So no flag here. Pings in across. That's a decent clearance. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Liverpool have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
And we come to you now with a quick
Forlan
request
voted
to
man of the
support
match
for
and deserved.